Have you ever watched someone scream for attention, so loud, so long, that the attention they got was the last thing they ever wanted? This is the story of Chotu, a small jungle cat with a very big problem. Chotu was not the biggest animal in the forest. He was not the fastest. His claws were small. His legs were short. His actual roar sounded like a sneeze with ambition. But one afternoon, hiding behind a rock, he heard a lion roar in the distance, and something cracked open inside him. He spent that entire evening alone, practicing. He pushed the sound up from his chest, shaped it in his throat, tried it against rocks and hollow trees until it bounced back with a depth his real voice never had. By the time the forest went dark, the imitation was close enough. The next morning, he tested it. A passing deer froze, looked around, ran. Chotu stood still for a full 10 seconds. Then he did it again. A group of rabbits scattered in 4 directions. A peacock lurched off a branch and crashed into the one below it. 2 monkeys dropped their lunch and sprinted up the nearest tree without looking back. Chotu did not eat that day. He forgot to. The running animals were enough. He made a system out of it. Every few days he moved to a new trail, a fresh clearing, a watering hole his fake roar had not yet reached. New animals, new panic, new satisfaction. In the familiar spots where animals had started to pause and look rather than run, he simply stopped going. There was no point performing for a crowd that had learned the trick. His body got thinner. He barely noticed. The East Stream, quiet and close to home, still had clean water. He stopped going there too. No witnesses, no point. He drank from the loud, crowded crossings instead, where every visit could double as a performance. He started pushing deeper into new territory to find ears that had not heard him. His throat dried out by midday in the heat of those long walks. His voice had been carrying a roughness at the edges for 2 days. He had decided not to think about that. He found the most open, most visible clearing near the forest boundary, the one that new animals crossed when they first arrived. He planted himself in the center and opened his mouth for the biggest roar of his life. What came out was a dry, cracked, wheezing sound, like wind through a broken pot. He tried again. The same result. His throat, already roughened for 2 days and now dried from long walks without water, had finally stopped working. He stood in the open clearing, thin, thirsty, silent. From the tall grass at the far edge of the clearing, something moved. Not fast, not rushed. A walk that had no doubt in it. This clearing sat at the edge of the old lion's new territory. He had arrived in this part of the forest recently. Earlier in the day, from across the boundary, he had heard a roar, then another, each one carrying the same forced quality, too smooth, too pushed, nothing wild behind it. He had tracked the sound through the afternoon, the way any experienced hunter follows something that does not sound like it belongs to the animal making it. He stepped into the clearing and saw Chotu. He took 1 step forward. Chotu ran in complete silence. The one who keeps pretending to be the biggest will eventually call the actual biggest straight to their door. If this story reminded you of someone loud, hit subscribe. More Forest Fools with modern problems coming every day.